Chapter 1. The stage is set. New York City. Summer of 2025. Inside a private studio at Madison Square Garden. Preparations were in full swing. Media representatives, analysts, and political observers from around the globe had gathered. A special debate program called Global Focus Tonight was about to bring two leaders face-to-face for the first time. Donald Trump, once again running for office, was touring rallies with his usual bravado. Aggressive, proud, and still seen by millions as the embodiment of power. Ibrahim Traoré, however, was viewed in the West as a silent threat. He had begun resisting French influence, stood up for the people of Burkina Faso, and rejected traditional diplomacy. At just 36, his military discipline, simple speech, and humble lifestyle had made him the new voice of Africa. Hours before the program, social media was boiling. Hashtags like #TrumpVS Traoré, #LeadershipClash, and #No applause needed were trending worldwide. Chapter 2. Trump takes the floor. Lights up. Music faded. The host began the live broadcast. Tonight, we won't just debate words, we are debating values. Mr. Donald J. Trump. Mr. Ibrahim Traoré. Welcome. Trump stepped forward confidently. Look, I made America great again. This kid. He's giving orders in a place where they barely have electricity. Is that leadership? The studio laughed. I'm here because the people need me. He's here to bash the West. This isn't a show. This is the real world. And I am the real world. Traoré didn't flinch. The camera zoomed in. Not a single muscle moved. Chapter 3. Traoré's silent strength. While Trump rambled on, Traoré scribbled notes. When the host turned to him, everyone expected a rebuttal. He uttered just one sentence. You live for applause. We live for the quiet resistance of our people. Silence. Even Trump paused. That single sentence grabbed the world's attention. Within minutes, #No applause needed was trending worldwide. Chapter 4. When the internet exploded. Traoré's words hung in the air. Trump averted his eyes for a second. The real explosion was online. YouTube clips hit 2 million views in 15 minutes. TikTok flooded with lip syncs. One comment read, "He didn't need to yell. He didn't need to insult. He just broke the system." A Trump advisor shouted, "Sir, there are already 300 TikToks using his quote." Trump roared, "Who cares? I'm the one people want. He's a soldier, I'm a businessman." Another advisor mumbled, "Sir, this time, it's different." Chapter 5. Wheels start turning. Behind the scenes, producers were stunned. One said, "We've broken ratings records. But that man, Traoré, did something else." In Burkina Faso, people flooded the streets. No parades, no rallies. Just silent marches. No signs, only raised hands toward the sky. A child wrote on a wall, "No applause needed." Chapter 6. The West's fear, Africa's hope. In Washington, Paris, Brussels, emergency meetings were held. A NATO advisor said, "This isn't just a viral moment. It's a system threat." Meanwhile, in Africa, hope stirred. In Ghana, peaceful student protests rose. South Africa saw the launch of a digital magazine called Silent Power. Its debut issue dedicated to Traoré. A Nigerian anchor said, "They mocked him in the West, but he sparked a quiet revolution." Chapter 7. Media on fire. Fox News, MSNBC, France 24. All played the same three. Clips. Move a camera Trump's laughter move a camera. Traoré one sentence move a camera total silence. In America, young people launched the #Real Leadership movement. A TikTok user said, "Trump yells. Biden explains. But he just stares, and we listen." Trump supporters branded Traoré anti-West. Conspiracies emerged. One anchor screamed, "He's a Chinese puppet. It's psychological warfare." Chapter 8. Backroom Truths. Inside Trump's private NYC office, tension soared. "Let's expose him. Corruption. Anything. We have no proof." "Then let's make some." Trump slammed the table. He silenced me. Nobody's done that before. One advisor whispered, he didn't just silence you. He silenced a system. Chapter 9. The People's Conference. 1 month later, the UN hosted an emergency session. A Global South Leadership Forum, the People's Conference. This time, farmers, students, teachers, and migrants sat alongside presidents. No applause allowed, only silent gestures of respect. Traoré said, "The system tried to crush us with noise. We rose with whispers." And ended with a question. Do you choose leaders to clap for, or to act for you? Chapter 10. Victory in Silence. The New York Times, The Guardian, Le Monde, all ran the same headline. A silent revolution begins. Traoré and the new leadership ethic. Young people in Burkina Faso entered politics. A Traoré leadership school opened in Senegal. His silence had become a movement. Final scene. A West African village. Traoré sits on a simple stool, surrounded by children. No phones. No cameras. Just a line etched in the earth. No applause needed. Chapter 11. The New Face of Media. Traoré wasn't on social media, but social media was all about him. An unofficial TikTok account posted daily. 10-second clips. A villager working the soil. A child writing silent leadership in a notebook. A woman praying for Traoré. Millions watched, but no one knew who was posting. The Trump camp was furious at this silence. A media advisor yelled at his screen. Is this a campaign? Propaganda? No. But we are losing. Traoré never responded. For him, media was not a weapon, but an echo. Chapter 15. Trump's comeback attempt. At a rally in Iowa, Trump was confident. But when he spoke, the crowd was silent. No cheers, no boos, just watching. Can you hear me? He shouted. A young voice yelled back. We see you, but we don't hear you. The moment sparked a viral hashtag. Hashtag see but don't hear. Chapter 16. The Global Spread of Silence. In a Swiss classroom, a teacher wrote on the board. No applause needed. Universities in China, India, Brazil hosted seminars on silent leadership. Traoré became not a person, but a philosophy. A Zen master in Japan said, he is the first conscious silence of the modern age. Chapter 17. The Final Letter. In a room without cameras, Traoré typed an old-fashioned letter. It reached the UN archives. Speaking is easy, shouting easier. But what makes a person is making their stance heard, not their voice. I was never a hero. I just stayed silent. Because when you're silent, your voice is clearer. Signed simply, Ibrahim. Chapter 18. Closing. A new era of leadership. By 2026, the world had changed. Showy leadership was fading, replaced by humble, responsible, silent figures. A journalist wrote, Trump represented an era. Traoré started a movement. And the story ended where it began, in a small African village. The same chair, the same children, and the same phrase etched in the earth. And no applause needed.